Some battles are simple, strength against strength, skill against skill. But then there are battles that transcend the physical realm entirely. Battles that challenge the very fabric of reality, where two entities wield power beyond human comprehension. This is one such battle. Dr. Manhattan, the godlike being from Watchmen, exists outside the limits of time, matter, and mortality. His powers are a fusion of quantum mechanics and near omniscience, making him a force beyond conventional understanding. His ability to disassemble atoms, reconstruct himself after annihilation, and witness past, present, and future simultaneously makes him a nearly unstoppable force. On the other side stands Raven, the half-demon sorceress of Teen Titans and DC Comics. A master of mystical arts, emotion-based magic, and telepathic warfare, Raven's power stems from an otherworldly source, her father, the interdimensional demon Trigon. With abilities that surpass most magic users in the DC universe, she can manipulate minds, control shadows, teleport across dimensions, and unleash devastating magical assaults that even the strongest beings fear. But what happens when an entity of pure scientific logic faces off against a being whose power is rooted in magic and emotion? Can the rigid, deterministic control of Dr. Manhattan withstand the unpredictable and chaotic might of Raven? The answer lies in understanding who they truly are, what they can do, and how their strengths and weaknesses stack up in an ultimate battle. Dr. Patton, the man who became a god, Dr. Manhattan, originally known as John Osterman, was once an ordinary man, until an accident in a nuclear research lab transformed him into something beyond human. He ceased to exist as a mere individual and instead became a living embodiment of quantum mechanics. Unlike other superpowered beings, Dr. Manhattan doesn't just manipulate reality, he is reality. His abilities are staggering. He can disassemble matter with a thought, reconstruct himself after complete annihilation, and view time in a non-linear fashion, experiencing every moment of his existence at once. This unique perception of time means he is never caught off guard. He sees every action before it happens, rendering his opponents predictable and powerless against him. Beyond his ability to manipulate atoms and predict the future, Dr. Manhattan can also duplicate himself, exist simultaneously in multiple locations, and alter the fundamental forces of the universe. He has obliterated armies, walked on the surface of the sun, and even created life on other planets. His power is so immense that even the most advanced weapons, including nuclear explosions, have no effect on him. However, despite his overwhelming power, Dr. Manhattan has a significant flaw: his detachment from human emotions. He sees the universe as a collection of inevitable outcomes, rarely acting with urgency. His passive nature often leads him to ignore battles he could easily win, allowing events to unfold as they are meant to. This lack of emotional involvement could be a crucial factor in his battle against Raven, who thrives on the unpredictable nature of emotions and magic. Raven, the sorceress of darkness and emotion. Raven's power is unlike anything Dr. Manhattan has faced before. Born from the unholy union of a human mother and the demon Trigon, Raven possesses a range of abilities that extend far beyond traditional magic. Her strength lies not only in spellcasting, but also in her emotional and psychic manipulation. One of her most terrifying abilities is her soul self, a projection of her consciousness that can attack, defend, and even trap opponents in an alternate dimension. This ability alone makes her one of the most versatile fighters in the DC universe. Raven's magic isn't bound by physics, making it difficult for Dr. Manhattan to predict or counter her attacks. She has sealed away cosmic entities, altered timelines, and even resisted the mind control of powerful beings like Trigon. Her emotional manipulation is another powerful weapon. She can induce fear, despair, or even total submission in the minds of her enemies, potentially affecting even someone as detached as Dr. Manhattan. However, Raven's greatest strength is also her biggest weakness: her emotions. Her powers are deeply tied to her emotional state. If she loses control, her demonic heritage can overtake her, leading to an outburst of power that could either annihilate her enemy or consume her in the process. This emotional instability is what makes Raven unpredictable. While Dr. Manhattan calculates every move with cold precision, Raven's battle strategy is fluid, reactive, and often fueled by raw emotion. In a direct confrontation, this could either work in her favor, giving her the edge of unpredictability, or lead to her downfall if she lets her emotions spiral out of control. The battle. Logic versus magic. If Dr. Manhattan and Raven were to face off, the battle would not be one of brute force. It would be a war of concepts, science versus magic, order versus chaos, logic versus emotion. Dr. Manhattan would see the outcome before it begins, predicting Raven's every move. He could disassemble her at the atomic level before she even casts a spell. He could exist in multiple places at once, making it nearly impossible for her to land a decisive blow. His complete control over reality itself makes him one of the most powerful beings she could ever face. But Raven is not limited by conventional laws. Her magic is fueled by emotions, something Dr. Manhattan does not fully comprehend. If she can find a way to disrupt his omniscience, perhaps by attacking his consciousness or forcing him to experience emotions he abandoned long ago, she might create an opening for a devastating counterattack. Another key factor is Raven's connection to Trigon. If she taps into her demonic lineage, her power could reach levels that even Dr. Manhattan may struggle to comprehend. She has, at times, surpassed her own limits, breaking magical and physical barriers that should be impossible. If she were to unleash her full demonic potential, the battle could shift dramatically in her favor. However, Dr. Manhattan's greatest advantage is his ability to reform. Even if Raven manages to land a fatal blow, he can reconstruct himself instantly. Unless she finds a way to erase him from existence completely, something no known force has ever accomplished, he will continue to return, making victory nearly impossible. Conclusion, the final verdict. The question remains, who would win? The answer isn't simple. Dr. Manhattan's near omniscience and reality warping abilities give him a significant edge. He sees every possible outcome, making it almost impossible for Raven to land a decisive attack. He can alter her molecular structure, erase her existence, or simply ignore her attacks altogether, but Raven's magic is unpredictable. If she can exploit his emotional detachment, disrupt his awareness, or use mystical forces beyond his comprehension, she could challenge him in ways he has never faced before. Her demonic power, when fully unleashed, could reach cosmic levels, pushing Dr. Manhattan to his limits. Ultimately, the battle would depend on whether Raven can find a way to bypass Manhattan's foresight and molecular control. If she cannot, then Dr. Manhattan would claim victory through sheer inevitability. However, if Raven taps into her full magical and emotional potential, she could introduce a variable that even Dr. Manhattan did not anticipate. In most scenarios, Dr. Manhattan emerges as the victor due to his overwhelming control over reality, but if there is one force that could defy his logic, it is magic, chaotic, unpredictable, and boundless. If Raven can truly master her emotions and powers, she could turn this battle into one of the most unpredictable clashes in comic book history. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.